Thank you, Rudy. It's a pleasure to see everybody. Thank you for your commitment, for your time, your energy, your support for our new For Kids' Sake campaign. Thanks to Rudy and his team for organizing it. We're really just so excited to kick this off, to get people involved and really over the next several months, just help us raise money and raise awareness and find more volunteers for the kids that we serve. And like I said, I just couldn't be more excited about what we're about to embark on. And I just want to give a really heartfelt thanks to each of you for making a difference in young people's lives. It's really amazing the outcomes that we have and the difference that we make with not only the young people, but the bigs as well and the families. And so just to thank you and know that you're making a difference one child at a time. And just appreciate it and look forward to your energy, your enthusiasm, and sharing what we're doing with all of your constituencies and the folks that you run with on a daily basis. So I'll turn it back to you, Rudy, and just happy to be here. And thank you so much.
Right. Thanks so much.
And the families. And so just to thank you and know that you're making a difference one child at a time. And appreciate it and look forward to your energy, your enthusiasm, and sharing what we're doing with all of your constituencies and the folks that you run with on a daily basis. So I'll turn it back to you, Rudy, and just happy to be here.
And if you took the time right now and just thought of the people that were important in your life, not just your family,
but the videos going on there right now.
One child at a time.
That's exactly what we're talking about with big
look forward
brothers,
to your
big
energy,
sisters.
your enthusiasm, and sharing.
Get everyone, before we keep going, if we could get everyone just to mute real quick for me. We have a few things going on. So we're streaming on live on Facebook and also there. So I think that's probably a little bit what was happening. So, apologize for that little error there. But anyhow, we're still excited to welcome you. Thank you, Gary, for that welcome. And as you know, January is National Mentoring Month. National Mentoring Month is one of those times for all of our volunteers who support us, either who are current bigs or who have been bigs in the past. We want to tell them thank you. And then for all the other supporters out there, the Support Big Brothers, Big Sisters, we also want to tell you thank you as well. So we have a quick video for you that we recorded just last week. Gary and Big and a Little was doing a video segment with Don G on Wave 3. And we wanted to show you that because we really think it highlights the importance of these match relationships as we continue to celebrate National Mentoring Month. So before we get to the fun and learning about For Kids' Sake, Michael, you go ahead and share that video.
And let me introduce you to some very important folks here. We have Michael Lockett, who is a freshman at Iroquois, and we also have Major Joseph Teller, who is his big. So I'm going to start with the big and the little there. Michael, what's the most important thing, even if you've never told Joe before, what's the most important thing about Joe to you? You can think about it there for a second. What does Joe mean to you?
He's a good person. He's brave and creative and a lot of things. And he's someone that you could talk to anytime. He's like a friend, more than a brother, something, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, what do you like to do best with Joe when you think about it?
Walk, talk, just do activities together, watch movies.
Yeah, and that means something to you. Yeah. So, Joe, what made you decide to be a big? I mean, you're in the service, you've got a lot of things going on. What made you finally decide, okay, I'm going to do this? What made you?
No, that's a great question. So first I got to thank my mother. She's a school teacher.
Well, we got the answer there, didn't we?
No, absolutely. And she's been helping people all her life. And I'm thankful to have that opportunity to see what she's done in her community, to see what, how she's affected positive change in kids that are now grown themselves. So with that being said, it kind of came natural for me to try to follow her footsteps. And back to your question, I've had great, formal coaches, mentors, informal mentors who have helped me on my way, ultimately to adulthood. So it was only fitting that, I do the same for other people. And then our new CEO, Gary, he said it earlier, people helped us along our way to help us get to where we got to. So it only comes natural, to do the same. So once we moved here to Louisville, Kentucky, I knew that I needed to do something in the community. I knew that we all have a limited amount of time available, but we all have enough time to dedicate, to help, what I like to call our youth and really the future of, here at Louisville, Kentucky, but really the future of our country. So I've been very blessed and very thankful to have the opportunity to get paired with Michael and to be a part of his.
You have siblings?
I got a brother and a sister.
Yeah. So is it a special time when you get to go off and be with Joe and you all kind of get to do your own thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and he always says, ma'am. I want you all to know that about Michael. Every time he answers me, he says, yes, ma'am. Gary, for somebody who is right now, and I know there's somebody just kind of teetering going, should I make that call? Should I go on the website? What would you tell him? And then when Gary's done, Joe, I want you to talk to that person.
Well, yeah, I would say, just listening to Joe and Michael, if it's even crossing your mind, just reach out to us because it doesn't cost anything to be a big. It's free to just get more information and learn. We have a simple orientation program that will tell you more about the program, and just try it. Just at least answer your own question of should I do it or should I not do it. Don't wake up tomorrow and say, gosh, I should have done it and I didn't do it. So reach out to us, go to our website, connect, be a big, and just go from there and see if it's something that is truly something that you want to do. Like I said, you have the time because you're already putting in the time to help someone, and just give it a chance.
Joe, for you?
So, really simply put, we've all had multiple people help us to get to where we're at in life, especially for the adults out there. And then some of us may feel like we're not the right fit because none of us here are perfect, and we may have, done things in our past that we're not happy about. But guess what? Sharing not only good experiences, but also sharing, some bad experiences are still experiences we can share to tell littles of, maybe what to do, or if it's negative, what not to do. And that's really about us living that human experience and sharing that experience in such a way where we can be like, hey, these are things that I did, you should not do those, or these are things that I've done, you should, emulate that. And that's really an opportunity for y'all out here listening on the news right now to let you know that you are the right person, you are the right fit, and then they do a phenomenal job pairing you up. They'll pair you with the correct person, and y'all can become a part of each other's family. And when I say Michael's my family, he's my family. He's integrated, with my wife, with my son. We got 2 boys on the way. He'll be integrated with them once they get here. So take the time. It doesn't take long. And, we're all one human family, but we really encourage you to be a part of this big brother, big sister.
All right. I think it's even more so important today because as time goes on, I honestly believe we are losing our ability to connect to each other. We connect with machines so easy now. We got the tech down. But when it comes to being just good human people, respecting others, listening to others, and helping others, I honestly feel like we are losing that ability. Michael, what do you want to do you think, when you grow up? Have you gotten that far? Do you have things that you really love to do?
Well, multiple things. Some more key things, it would be scripting, being a game developer, going into the Marines, or being a cop.
someone watching today, if they're saying that young man is going somewhere and they're glad to see you with Joe, what would you want to tell the person who is thinking about being a big brother or big sister? What could you tell them?
Go for it. I mean, like, you learn as much as we learn being a big. It's fun. You get to learn new things about each other.
But
stuff.
You are right about that. Gary, I'm going to leave you with the last word here. What do you want to make sure that people know? It truly changes a young person's life.
And you've seen an example right here, and we've said it, Joe said it, we've said it, everybody's had that in their life, so it's a cliche, but pay that forward. Give someone else what you got and make that difference so that our community continues to get better and our community continues to grow and reunite and show every young person that there's love and there's hope and there's belief that they can be that next coder or that next Marine or the next police officer, or whatever Michael wants to become. It's there, and you can pay that forward tomorrow or today by just reaching out to Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I appreciate what you all do. Gary, Michael, Joe, all three of you, thank you for being that example here in our community. Michael, I want to know what you're going to be doing coming up soon, especially when you get into college. It'll be exciting to see. Thank you all for coming.
Wow, right? I mean, the stories there with Michael and Joseph, I mean, are the keys about why we do this work. And, you know, as we celebrate National Mentoring Month, and one of the traditions we have at Big Brothers Big Sisters is we always start with a mission moment. And we wanted to be able to start this For Kids Day campaign just with that. Now, before we get started into the rest of today's presentation, it'll probably be about 20 minutes. I just want to do one housekeeping thing for you. Just if you could, again, just a reminder, if you don't mind, just mute your microphone for us. Second thing is that if you have a question at any point during this presentation, go ahead and enter that into the chat box. Our team is going to be monitoring the chat box, and at the end of this presentation, and for the extra 30 minutes that we held for this window of time, we'll be not only answering those questions in the order that you all put them in the chat box, but also if you have any question that you didn't get a chance to, or your device doesn't allow you to be able to enter it in, you can be able to unmute yourself, and we'll be able to answer that question. Okay? All right, let's get started. So this next slide here is next slide. Yeah, perfect. All right. So as you know, again, COVID-19 really changed it. The slide on the right there is generally all the events that we normally have, but unfortunately, we aren't able to do that. And so we've had to really kind of change our program and to be a little bit different this year.
Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
That's going to continue to inspire our mission, but also be able to help drive support through mentoring to our agency. Next slide for me. So, what we're going to cover today, we're going to talk about why we are doing this and why you should support Big Brothers Big Sisters. We'll give you a little bit of our case for support. What are we doing this year? What's new and different? How to get started, and then some questions. The Fund Development team is all on this call today, and they're going to be the different parts leading this conversation. So I'm going to hand this off to Michelle down in our Hardin Grayson area. Michelle?
Hello. Thank you, Rudy. Good evening, everyone. And again, thank you for joining us to find out more information about our For Kids Sake campaign. As Rudy mentioned, I'm Michelle Critchlow. I'm the Community Engagement Manager for our Hardin Nelson Grayson County office. I want to start by asking you to think about your childhood, your teenage years, your young adult years. Think about that one person in your life who helped shape who you are today. It could be a mentor, it could be a coach, a teacher, a parent, just anyone. Many kids do not have the opportunity to know this person in their life today. The youth in our communities are struggling with day-to-day life because of COVID and the impact it's having in their lives. Children are falling behind in school. They are experiencing difficulties with their mental, physical, and emotional health. We are needed now more than ever. Many families informed our staff at BBBSKY that we were the first people to check in and the first that they reached out to when the pandemic began last March. We were the first to help with not only supporting their match, but to help with shelter, food, basic needs, and others. Our mentoring programs have proven results. We help kids with the tough conversations. We know that we are often the first group to reach out to our littles and their families to discuss important topics like COVID-19 and racial justice. The positive relationships we are building are impacting the future of our littles. We have maintained over 2,000 positive relationships, doing almost 6,500 individual coaching sessions just this year. I mean, that's wow. That our support team, our match support specialists, they need a hand clap for that one. We currently have approximately 500 kids on our waiting list. So I'm sure you're asking yourself, how can I help? The money raised during our For Kids' Sake campaign is helping us match more kids, serve more youth, help more families, and unlock their potential. I'm going to ask Michael to discuss the plan of what our campaign will look like for this year. And again, thank you for joining us.
All right. Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Koloje. I'm the development manager here. So glad that you all could join us today. So what I'm going to talk about is what this year, the For Kids' Sake campaign is going to look like, what's new, and what's different this year. So first off, this year, the For Kids' Sake campaign is going to be it's going to be 6 months, starting this month in January through June. In the past, it normally started around January. We would do kickoff events, and then the bowls would go from February, March, and April. Now, the next thing is that instead of hosting 30 individual bowling events, which is about what we did last year, we're going to be planning 4 regional celebrations. We will have one in Jefferson County, one in Hardin County, one in Harrison County, that's in Indiana, and Clark Floyd County, one of those 2 in Indiana. The exact locations and the dates will be to be determined at the moment, but the main thing to highlight is that we won't be doing any events before May. And we have not done any indoor events since March of 2020. So for safety reasons, we will be keeping it that way. So the celebrations, when we do feel it's safe and we have determined where they'll be, we'll announce to everybody how that will work. But what they'll look like this year, it'll be a time for gathering and friendly competition. And what we're hoping for some of those, a few of the events will be outdoors. They'll be a little different. And then our hope is for some of the indoors events, it won't just be bowling as part of it, but there'll be some extra things, whether that is arcade games or laser tag, things like that. So it'll be more than bowling. People can get together, do different activities, but the hope is, of course, there will be bowling. Now, one of the main things that I want to emphasize is that obviously there's been a lot of uncertainty with COVID. I think when it first started in March, a lot of us had hoped or thought that, hey, maybe by the fall things would get better, or the winter, and obviously that hasn't been the case. But I think that there's a lot of hope that with the vaccinations rolling out and that with the proper safety protocols in place, that hopefully by the time in late May or June, things will be a lot better. Now, again, part of it will be that since some of the events will be outside and social distancing will be easier, that'll play a big component in ensuring safety. But the other thing is some of the events that we are planning on doing inside, the goal this year is to have the facilities entirely booked where it'll be an all-day event and it'll be just for a Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Kentuckiana celebration. So what is good about that is that we essentially will know everybody that's coming in there. It'll be people that are just part of the celebration. and we can ensure that not only everybody's wearing a mask, but that, you know, everybody can get a mask, that people will come at a certain time window, and that we can maintain social distancing inside and have sanitizer and all the things necessary. We just bring that up because, again, having it later, we hope things are better, but controlling kind of that environment, that way we can make things as safe as possible. So next thing on what's new and different is we have strategic partners, some new strategic partners helping us plan events and support us in other ways. So the first one we're excited about, and this is new, is Executive Strike and Spare will be hosting a bowling tournament where part of it will benefit us. We'll have that information up pretty soon. The next thing is we have a great partnership with State Farm, where they will be giving $10 from every new referral. That will be a time window, not the whole 6 months, but a good chunk of time. And then we will have our annual Mike's Car Wash, where they do 50% from the Ultimate and Works car washes. That'll be on May 8th. And that is at both the Jeffersonville, Indiana location and the Louisville location. Okay, so now I am going to pass it over to Mackenzie, who is going to talk about how to get started, signing up, and all those fun things.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I'm the For Kids Sake specialist, and I'm going to go over the website with you guys and tell you guys how to sign up for this. So Michael, if you want to go to the website and show everybody, I'm going to walk you through it a little bit today. The first thing you want to do is go to fkscampaign.com, and then I will start showing you how to be able to register and different things like that. So Michael, can you click on that for me? Okay, so this is our website this year. So the first thing you want to know is that right at the bottom, where you see register a team and register as an individual, you can actually go there, and then that is how you would register as a new participant, and then register a new team, or you can actually find your team from the past or a team that you want to be included in. So like my team's called, the team I want to join is Rudy's Rollers. So I could type that in and it'll pop up for me just to be able to join straight to that. And then under Get Involved and How To, there are actually going to be links to different videos where you can go onto those and it'll show you how to do everything. Whether you're registering as a new individual, you are registering re-registering from last year, and that you'll just go up to the login button at the top. And then you can just type in your email and password from last year and just re-register. It'll pre-fill all of your information so you don't have to redo that, and you can change things as well.
Hello everyone, and welcome to For Kids Sake 2021. We are super excited to tell everybody what we've been working.
Do anything from there, like change your address, because you bought a new house, you can change that on there. So that's a really good feature. We also have a groups feature on there now where you can go on and look up your company to see if they are a group we have. And that'll actually show you different, basically it'll put you in a big team. So like we have a BBBSKY staff group, and it's going to show you what we've raised as our staff here and what our goal is. And you can see if you should be included in any of those groups. And if you have any questions about the website, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm available anytime. You can email me, you can call me, and my number will be listed on this video for you at the end. Michael, do you want to go back to the PowerPoint? And you go to the next slide. Okay, so how do you get started with this, and what do you say to people? Basically, you'll just want to go onto the website as well, and it'll show you this picture right here, and you can look, and it'll tell you exactly how to get money from people, how to get them to sponsor you, and just how to, get started so that you don't have to figure it all out on your own. It tells you who to ask, what to ask for, and how to ask. And if, like I said, if you have further questions about that, you're more than welcome to reach out to us, and we'll walk you through everything. But the resources to help you are going to be under that same tab as the videos. So I'm sorry, Michael, can you go back to the website for one more second? So right there where it says 5 steps to party and raise money, you can click that, or like suggested social media posts. That'll actually walk you through what you should post online. And then there's also how to get your company involved. So if you own a company and you want to get everybody involved, that's the one you want to look at. So all the resources are going to be right there under that tab together. Okay, now I'm done with the website. I'm sorry. So you can go back to the PowerPoint again. Okay. And then the incentives. So basically, once you get started, the minimum you want to be able to raise to participate in our 4KidSake events is going to be $120. And then from there, you'll get t-shirts and you will receive a ticket to come to one of our 4 celebrations. And we will reach out to you, to get you what you need to sign up and everything. And then from there, you'll see where there's $250, and that's going to add a prize package to you and a BBBSKY mask. Those are super cool, so you definitely want one of those to wear to our events. At $500, you're going to get a swag item. It can either be a golf hat, thanks, Michelle, a pack of bowling towels, or a bag with our logo on it. So you actually get the optional one of those. At $750, you'll get everything listed above, and you're also going to get a $50 gift card. At $1,000, you're going to get the first 3 levels of perks plus a $75 gift card. And then the team captains that motivate everybody on their team, you're going to get $120, and you raise it, like everybody in your team raises $120. We'll receive a tumbler and a free Heine Brothers coffee. So that's super cool. So definitely, remember to motivate your staff. And like I said, if you have any questions about the incentives or anything else I went over, reach out to me and I would be happy to go further into detail with you. So thanks for joining us, and I can't wait to see you for both for KidSake season. Well, 4 KidSake season. 4 KidSake season, I am. Sorry.
Awesome. Hey, thank you, Mackenzie. And I too went and got my Big Brothers Big Sisters mask so I can rock it so you can see exactly how beautiful it is and what you want to get. This is an exciting time for us. This is going to be very new for us. But as we have talked to you all, a lot of you last year and this year, all we've heard is that, hey, we are ready to be all in to support Big Brothers and Sisters and our mission. So again, we cannot tell you thank you enough for your support. And then, of course, you have to, I have to do my little disclaimer here. I am the Chief Development Officer, so I do want to remind you that when you go to fkscampaign.com, anywhere that you see green, that's a place that you can donate. So, with that, I want to tell you thank you again for your time and for your support of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We're going to go into our question and answer session. I think, Michelle, you're going to help manage that Q&A?
There are no questions right now, either on our Facebook page or in the chat box. Everybody's ready to start, fundraising.
All right. Well, that's good. Y'all are making this too easy on us. The one thing that I will tell you, Mackenzie said it about the Bowl for KidSake. One of the things is we really wanted to be able to make it easy for you. So if you accidentally say bowlforkidsake.com, because for 30 years we've been telling you that, don't worry, it will route back to the right site. So thanks to our IT team, we've got that all figured out. So just go on our website, encourage, motivate people, inspire them to support us. Again, we're going to be sending out more information about our partnership with the Executive Strike and Spare, that bowling tournament that will be coming up. And we're planning that they are planning that for March. How you can get involved with State Farm Insurance. We got a number of State Farm supporters on this call today. I see their names there. So we definitely want to encourage you to get a quote from one of those individuals, and we'll be sending those names out at the end of this month. And of course, Mike's Car Wash in May. So we're going to be calling you. We're going to be emailing you. We might even try to meet with you socially distant if you're interested and available to do that. To continue to help us advance our mission all across Kentucky and Anna. So again, thank you for your support. I saw 2 bubbles on the chat here, so I just want to check those real quick for me.
It's Anna Spotting saying, I'm registering now.
All right. Thank you, Anna.
Yay.
So with that, I guess we can just hold here. If anyone wants to open their microphone, you can definitely ask the question. And we'll definitely answer those too. But if not, we'll just give it a few minutes here. Anybody? Any last minute questions? All right.
Hey, Rudy, this is Gary. Just while we're waiting, I just want to again thank you all and your team for a great presentation. And one of the things I think for this group that is exciting with the name For Kids' Sake campaign is it just reminds everybody really what you're in it for, what you're giving for is for the kids. And the bowling is certainly going to be a exciting conclusion to it. But it reminds our community that every dollar, every hour that gets put in is for those kids. And that's why the For the Kids' Sake campaign is so special to us. So thank you all.
Thank you, Gary. And thanks to everyone on this snowy Thursday for being here. Continue to stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you not virtually online, but also hopefully in May. Thanks for your time. Have a good evening, everybody. Talk to you soon.